Okay, we are now going to look at the Game Cafe escape from Masa's games. So, start this one up there. Obviously, it's got a fairly good escape rate, so it's not too difficult. So, first, we've got a couple of drawers here, a couple of cupboards here, one with a lock on it, an empty puzzle frame. That's just a key lock. That's the exit door. We've got a cup here with a seal on it, a pipe into a shelf, pipe shelves there with a puzzle on it there. A safe with various symbols and letters. And these are just like that. A book saying Great Escape. We've got a treasure chest. We have some mugs on the safe here. We've got a box that's taped closed. We can't open it. We've got a puzzle here with basically various blue and red lines. We've got a disc here, and there's a wire here that we can't open. This doesn't seem to open. Got a little, here, numbers wheel here. No battery though, we can't do anything with it. It also says some sliders here for this shelf. On this shelf we've got a digital display which we can click into. Looks like an alarm clock type thing. No button. The screw's kind of stuck there. A Catan looking thing here. Yeah, it's like sort of a Catan board. Some hexagons there that look like similar type of art. We'll get to them later. A little puzzle here that's numbers 1 to 8 and arrows. Circle puzzle with Roman numerals on it. On the safe. Come back around here. We've got a TV, a bunch of letters, a locked drawer, a game console, 3 disk drives in it. We'll come back to that in a moment, and that's everything in the room for the moment. So we've got this disk. We'll pop that into the console, and we come up with some things on the TV here. What we can do is, if we click here, all these shapes match the letters on here, as you can see on here as well. So we'll try and change these shapes to match the shapes of the objects they're in. So B is in the T shape. X is in the long part there, the long piece. However, the is in that section of it. Y is in the sticky out part of an L. So there. And A is into the bottom part of an upside down L. Got a key. And it's not part for that one. However, we've got another key here. And we've got some games consoles here. One here, which turns on. We'll come back to that in a moment. And we've got a couple of different size Switch consoles. Now, if we come back around here, we can also solve this pipe puzzle. What we're going to do is we're going to make it match the shape of the pipe. So this one points up to there. That comes up to a dead end. That goes across. And then these ones link up so it exit out to the top. And we've got a couple of jigsaw pieces. So what we're going to do, we had a jigsaw frame, we're going to pop them into there for the moment. So let's have a look at our handheld game, and we're going to move over. We'll move our character over to the stairs. And that pops out a little thing from the wall. Let's go back in here and let's have a look at this sign. Now, as you can see, there's some diamonds here. We saw some diamond things like that before. And that was over here. And if you look carefully there, these are all the letters of Great Escape. But some of them are replaced with symbols. So as you can see, the G has been replaced with a hash. And lucky we've got a puzzle over here like that. So the E's are replaced with question marks. The A's been replaced with percentage signs. So that's all fine. And the C has been replaced with ampersand. And now we've got a D-pad. So if we come back around here, we'll go to this game of Catan. Now, as you can see, these have got similar patterns to that safe that is underneath it. And all those hexagons had the dot at the top. So if we match the side pieces to where the dots are, then we can open up that safe below. So the blue one has the ones at the side. The red one has two at the top, two at the bottom. And the yellow one has two at the bottom. And we have another couple of jigsaw pieces here. So now that we've got the other two jigsaw pieces, we can pop them into place. And we have code 6595, which we're going to use here. 6595. And we now have another thing, another game console, and another safe here with the controller type thing. No, controller looking shapes. As you can see, there is a joystick in the middle of this green part. So we can now move that dot to the middle. The red one has two joysticks on the, or buttons on the side there. The yellow one has two at one at each end. And the blue one has one. If you orient it there, it'll be on the right. And we'll get a second CD. Now, with this second CD, we'll go back over to here. First, we'll put the D-pad into the controller. And then secondly, we'll put the second diff into here. Now we're going to start grid of X's. Now, in this thing, we've also got a pattern here. So XAY, YXX, XAXB. So what we can do is we can match this pattern up with the one on the screen. So X, A, Y, YXX, AXB. And the cover opens again. We have got a button. Now we saw an empty recess somewhere else, which is over here. Now we're going to pop that into there. So 7H4U. So we had a little digital display here. So if we match that into there, so 7H4U, we get a straw. Now the only place we can really use a straw at the moment is for a delicious beverage over here. And we now have a drawing here going square, triangle, circle, square. If we go back into our handheld game, and we go up a ladder, we have a little game here, there. A little maze here, square, triangle, circle, and square. And this will get us to a key. Come back out here, and there is a chest we can unlock. This unlocks the real life chest. We'll come back around here. The chest is now unlocked, and we have a couple of mugs. It's very similar to this one on that's underneath here. So the white mug has a rook on the front and a horse on the back. So we'll rearrange these. And then the black mug has a queen on the front and a bishop on the back. And we got the box cutter. Now, we couldn't open this by hand before, but we can open it up like this. And we got these X and O things just like this puzzle here. And we can actually see all the Jenga blocks in the pattern we need them in. So as you can see, the O for the horizontal red pieces, we need the bottom one. The vertical ones, there's 2 on the left. The horizontal blue pieces, got 2 at the bottom. And the vertical blue pieces, 1 on each side. And we've got a pair of bar cutters here and there, a pair of nippers. So with these, we can now cut the wire on here and slide it across. And we're going to have a look in here. We get a screwdriver. We've got a little bit of paper with that and a code next to it. And there's also a gas lamp with a flame on it. Now we can't do anything too much with that at the moment. Now, what do we do here again? We can go there. We have to go into this space between the flames. If we go into here, we can get various jewels. Take note of the colors on here. These are the same shapes as the ones before on that bit of paper before. So 3 diamonds, 8 of the oval ones, 7 red diamonds, 9 red ovals. And the order we got, so the red diamonds are first, so it would be 7. The red blue oval is next, is 8, and then 9 for the red oval. And then we've got 3 for the blue diamond. And we've got a bucket of water. Now, as you can see on the handheld, we've got a little Wi-Fi signal here. If we use that, on there we now get a bucket of water. And if we move across here, we can put out the fire. That puts out the gas lamp. And if we come, then we can get another key. And now if we go back into here, I don't think there's anything else in the... Oh, one sec. Okay, so I just had a phone call. Okay, but I'll get back onto this. So if we come back out of here, we have now got a key. And where were we? Ah, yes. Also a screwdriver. Now get the battery out of here. And we can also now unlock this. And we have a little game here with dice, or various numbers and stuff like that. We'll come back to that in a moment though. We also need something else for the battery. We've got a little roulette game thing here. We put the battery in. It goes from 1 to 6, 8, 5, and then back to 1. Now we had a little game up in here for the blue one and everything else. So we went 1, 6, 8, and then 5. We get a disc, and we have a little reversey game here. Can't do anything with that as yet. We're going to go back to, whenever we get another disc, we're going to go back to the game console and add this thing. Now in here we've got a star, as we saw that here as well. And what we're needing to do is, actually we're going to grab the counters as well, we'll get to them in a moment. Now if you see the pattern on the screen, it's all got dots on it, one dot on them there. So we follow the trail of 1 dots, which is down, across, down, down, across, across, up. We go down, across, down, down, across, across, and then up. We'll unlock the last thing here, which is a tile down there. And well, then, if you notice before, we could put it into this spot. We still need something else to go in there, though. So let's go back to the reversey game. We've now got some tiles here we can use, reversey tiles we can use on this. So if we use the white tile here, that reveals the top one is going to be a VII 7, and we've got a nice little thing here. We can put VII. If we go here, we can't use the black on the bottom one, but we can use the white one here. There is a V in the middle. We can do that. And we'll try putting the black one on the bottom, and that gives us a 2. That gives us another piece. So if we go back to our little tile here, we can fill this little gap in here. Now, if we go back to the stairs, we can now grab this key here, come back out, and then we can open this locked door that was locked before, which unlocks the real life door, and we can leave. And that is how to get out of the game room, the games cafe room.